I'd say my worst job experience would be when I was back in SoCal and working at a corner bakery. It's like kind of like a Panera Bread kind of thing. And I had this one customer come in with his wife and very sexist, derogatory towards the wife. And basically while the wife was ordering, told her to like, shut up. So at that moment I was kind of like, okay, this is gonna be that kind of day, I guess.
When I was in high school, I worked at a bakery and a lot of the baked goods that we sold were stale. And so I'd always be really nervous whenever someone bought one, because I would be like, don't take a bite in front of me.
I'd have to say my worst work experience is probably, I was working at Target back when I was 18, and this woman kept following me around the store as I was fixing the clothing, and she kept pulling them out and throwing them on the ground like right after, and I'd have to pick them up, and we went around the circle like 4 times before I just had to walk away. And then she followed me and kept trying to ask me questions that was for a completely different department, and then she started getting really irritated, so I actually had to call my supervisor to come help the situation and direct her to the correct department so I could actually get all my clothes put back in order.
The worst job experience I've ever had, I went to the grocery store. I was a bagging boy. My job was to clean the bathrooms. One day I went to the bathrooms. I looked in the hallway. There was something on the floor in the hallway. The way I dealt with it is I went into the bathroom and locked myself in there until someone came and cleaned it up. Worst experience I ever had at a job.
I once had somebody ask me like what my experience as a black person was, and that was kind of weird because it's like I don't know how to fine, I guess, you know? But other than that, it's been pretty decent because I work on campus.
My worst job experience probably has been the subways up here, up in Humboldt. It's just the people that I worked with were not very professional, and the atmosphere, like I reported to Subway that they should have been shut down because they're just violating health codes like right and left. I'm like, I don't want to be part of that.
So I was a maintenance guy at a water park down south called Raging Waters, and my worst experience was one of the pipes under Carl's Jr., because there's a Carl's Jr. on the water park. One of the pipes underneath broke, and so nasty water kind of went everywhere underneath the flooring. So us maintenance crew had to go under the floor, which is completely pitch dark. It's maybe 2 feet tall, so you're crouching down, laying down in the water, and we had to vacuum everything out, and it stunk like sewer, and it took like a week. So 8 hours a day for a week, like your knees start hurting and it just stunk, and pretty sure I could have caught a few diseases.
I used to install appliances, which was my worst job, and my boss would yell at me a lot. I only got like 2 weeks of training before they pretty much kicked me out the door and were like, okay, go, have fun. And there was times like we would go out on a job and I would forget something, and then he'd yell at me. He'd be like, is this how you live your life? Like, we're 10 miles from the office.
My worst job experience was actually working at Chipotle. The workers would like constantly get hurt, like with the tortilla press. I actually still have a scar on my arm from where it like landed on me, and the managers just like laughed at us, and we're all like, welcome to Chipotle.